From the Woodshed, a casual conversation with Chase Morrill and Ryan Eldridge of Kennebec Cabin Company, the team that inspired the hit show Maine Cabin Masters. From the Woodshed is brought to you by Nelma. See the stamp? Trust the quality. By Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. By Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years. And by Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers. Now, from the Woodshed Studios in Manchester, Maine, it's Chase and Ryan.
From the Woodshed, I'm Chase Morrill. With me, as always, Ryan Eldridge and Maggie Morrill.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
We're here to talk about all things cabin, all things Maine cabin related. And today, our guests are Ryan's two dads.
That's plural.
That's right. Mike Eldridge and Kyle Thomas will be here today to spill all the good stories about Ryan when he was growing up and everything. So stick around for that. You can find out more about us at KennebecCabinCompany.com, MaineCabinMasters.com, Facebook, Instagram, Kennebec Cabin Company YouTube channel. Check out our online store at shop.KennebecCabinCompany.com. This wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, Nelma, Northeast Lumber Manufacturing Association, Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers, Hammond Lumber Company, the official building material supplier of Kennebec Cabin Company, and Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years. And we also couldn't do it without our fans. So thank you for everybody tuning in, and keep the comments, questions, everything coming. We appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for listening.
It doesn't stop. Parking lot's full again today.
Yeah.
It's another beautiful fall day.
Yes.
What a difference from last year.
I don't remember
It was
last year.
cold. I mean, it got cold quick. I was with Doug today, and we were talking about, the change in weather. And I mean, Facebook has memories, and social media has memories. And like, my birthday was just up, and like, we were out in Oakland. Remember the camp we dropped the tree through?
Yeah.
There's the picture there of my birthday. You guys brought me a cake, and it must have been cold because I had sweatshirt, Carhartt vest. I never wore winter hat on, like full on gear. And then we were talking about like PMS. Remember how horrible that camp was? That was right about now, and like miserable.
That was right about now?
Yeah, it was like it was Thanksgiving.
Oh gosh, we are fortunate.
Yeah, what I read, Portland had its first day under 50, like October 20th.
Wow,
which is crazy.
That is crazy. But you had a good birthday.
Yeah, really good.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Pat's Pizza. My birthday, I was all morals.
That's
right.
right.
I had a great birthday on Sunday. We had a beer release with Kushnock, which is awesome. They did a Pilsner, kind of like right up my alley. Beer was good. I think we sold out like 3 kegs, Jen, or something. 6 kegs.
In an hour and a half.
It's a Woodshed beer.
Woodshed beer, yeah.
And is it only available at the Woodshed?
I think at the moment, but we are going to try. We're working on some things. We talked about maybe getting it for cans someday. It's a big process. You got to submit a label and stuff, but we're on it. Nice. Those guys are really eager to work with us, and we're really eager to work with them.
Fantastic.
I also might have signed us up for a couple things. Go in Augusta, because I'm proud to be from Augusta Garden area. I got to talk to Tobias Parker. So you guys don't know Tobias. He's an owner of Kushnock, and really a big reason why downtown Augusta is amazing.
Yeah, revitalization.
You got a cool story, huh?
Yeah.
Professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
How the hell do you become a professional skateboarder in Augusta?
Yeah.
That's like becoming like, I don't know. But anyways, I met his dad, and his dad's spearheading the Colonial Theater, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, and he said he could always use a hand or something, and this and that. So like, I'm better at talking than I am at labor or carpentry. So, but I did say we'd help him out maybe here and there, and bring a guy down or something.
Sign us up.
Like, well, some Brad, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it was fun. It was good to see. It was a beautiful day. We had a band, and
nice. Yeah, everything else is running. Knock on wood, running smoothly.
I feel like we're finally in November. But we're running the smoothest we have this year. Probably just screwed us.
I know we only have.
No, but really, we are. It's been a tough year, and we were talking last week about we learned fiberglass showers are the problem, so we ordered fiberglass showers first thing, this job, and now they're in the way, because they get there early, and then it'll be something else. But
yeah, there's no winning.
No,
but that's
Murphy's
all right.
Law.
Yeah,
camps are going good. We're getting ready for winter.
Getting ready for winter,
Yeah.
locking everything down. buttoning everything up.
Are you ready? You don't really. Do you like? I don't know. You don't. It doesn't bother you. Don't cover stuff over. You
I
know
will.
where you're plowing and stuff.
I will. I have to this year. I mean, I've got 2 campers, 2 boats, 6 ice shacks, boxy.
Ice shacks will be gone soon.
Yeah, piles of lumber, tractor. There's a lot of stuff in the way. I just took a load of scrap metal to the scrapyard. I just loaded up my trailer, and it was kind of blocking the way for plowing. So I was like, all right, got to get rid of some. I ended up with 12 appliances in my metal pile that I just kept digging them out more and more and more. Threw them on, then threw all the metal in the middle of it. I think I got like $187 from the scrapyard.
That's a lot if you guys don't know scrap metal. And Chase's metal pile is probably as big as a small house.
Yeah, but it was nice to beat it back a little bit.
Speaking about plowing and metal, I did it. We did a job for a Manchester Fire Department last fall about this time.
Yeah.
And I forgot it started snowing, so we had some temporary posts up, and we wanted to get foam down, so it was just sitting there. We didn't go back. I don't know why they didn't say anything, but they finally said something, so I went up there and did it today. But there was some metal that we had pushed off. Plow truck totally mangled it all, just sitting there. It's been all there all spring, so I got that to go in your pile next.
Perfect.
But that's done a year later, so.
Hey, we get around to things eventually.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. That's the truth.
Yeah, well, so we'll take a short break. I think I'm going to be sitting in the hot seat, and
I sure hope so.
Yeah, so while I get ready for that, watch this video created by our friends at Hero Media Network.
After graduating from fashion design school in Bangkok, I moved to Maine and worked for textile designer. Once I was introduced to polymer clay, I was immediately fascinated with this medium. Polymer clay allows me to create every color and pattern possible, and it can be sculpted into any shape and form. My creativity just flows endlessly when I make polymer clay jewelry. Every single piece is thoughtfully designed. I have a passion for colors, and I love working with mixed media like brass, silver, gunmetals, pearls, or beads. I want customers to feel special and confident wearing my one-of-a-kind art-filled jewelry. I hope people know who I am as a designer by seeing my jewelry I make.
Yeah. Well, now we know what to get for Christmas presents for the ladies.
Done and done.
Perfect.
Sweet. And today we have Mike Eldridge and Kyle Thomas joining us. How are you guys?
Hey, we're well, thank you. We're a little tired. We've been working for Cabin Masters this week, and we're a little tired, but it's okay.
We had all ends of the spectrum this week. Cam came back for a couple days.
Yeah.
So, Cam's not what is Cam? Cam's the Millennial Master?
Yep. Z-Master.
What do you guys call yourselves?
Grandmasters.
The Grandmasters. Yeah.
Grandmasters.
Ride around to the job sites and pick up junk.
Good for trash runs. That's what we do, right?
Well, this is 30 minutes of shooting the shit. We're probably going to be shitting on Ryan today. But we normally ask, Kyle, I know you want a water. And Dad, coffee, water, or beer.
I'm going to have a salsa.
A dash seltzer, huh?
Yes. I want to promote.
He's seen the podcast before.
I have.
You got a wonderful cranberry.
Thank you, sir. I'll drink that.
And Chase, cranberry for you, sir.
Thank you.
And a cranberry to eat all my pain. Yeah, so what's going on? Oh, you guys want your mugs up?
I brought mine up, yes.
Kyle's got them
You did
on.
it proudly.
Oh, they just gave that one to me.
Oh, nice.
Kyle liked my prop and wanted one, so that's good. That's all good.
Yeah.
Well,
It's beautiful.
Mike said he got that for his birthday there, and I got one coming up. I was wondering if I was going to get one.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kyle, you're recently retired.
I retired in August.
Semi-retired now.
Semi-retired.
We've got
now,
you back.
Working part-time for you guys here and there whenever I'm needed.
Yes. And Mike, you're running around with us as always.
Yeah, been a few good years. Fun. Working on the farm don't touch those notes. Don't touch my notes, son. Yeah, it's been good.
Excellent. So let's jump right in and tell us about Ryan when he was a little kid.
Well,
What's your best story of Ryan when he was a younger guy?
Hey, going right
You
there.
know, we can
I
start
really
off,
am.
Kyle. We can start off. He's always had a mind for business. He started off, 7 years old, when he'd be walking to school. He'd walk by this little neighborhood store, buy penny candy, and he'd take to school and sell it for his classmates for 2 cents.
So,
So,
and I believe we went down again when he was in junior high. He was buying candy bars at 7-Eleven
Yeah.
and selling them for a profit.
Rennie's.
His mother got a call, and she had to go down and straighten it out.
No, remember I always got a gift certificate from Rennie's from one of our extended family members, and they were 25-cent candy bars. So I'd go down and buy 100, or 80, whatever it was, and then I'd parlay that into
More candy
more
bars.
candy.
yeah.
And it kind of took off from there.
We should have been worried back then, but he had a mind for business. And then later on, he showed at college, when he went away to college.
Oh, when the truck was broken
And the
down?
truck, tell him that
That-
story.
that-
That's a good story.
Well, the truck was broken down, and he had all the stuff in the back of it, and no way to get down to Gardner from Farmington, so we called AAA and just hauled it down with everything in it.
But no, then he turned around. It gets better. He actually did it 2 trips.
Yeah.
He broke down leaving Gardner
And had to
and
have it get
told
back
him,
to
which was
Farmington.
totally legal, I'm going to Farmington, bring my truck to Farmington, parked it up there. But then it sat all winter. And he didn't do a thing to it. Come springtime, he rolled it down the hill,
forgot about that.
rolled it down the hill, called AAA, my vehicle broke down, and he'd take it to Gardner. And he did it.
Like Riverside Disposal, but for moving your stuff to college and back.
Yeah, that is pretty ingenious, right?
That is his father. I was first appalled, but then I'm like, hey kids, it's okay. He's thinking.
Pretty smart.
Ryan, remember the time you tried to move the tree skiing down the hill snowboarding?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the gang showed up the bottom of the hill and know you when you went off the trail.
Oh, and I broke my femur, yeah?
I was working out in the Alma somewhere and got a call, and you was on your way to the hospital, and by the time your mother and I got there, you was in surgery. And so they
Jeepers.
found out you didn't have insurance and threw you out the next day with a broken leg after they set it for you and put the pins in it. And you went back to where you was living in Kingfield, and Timmy Sullivan was going to take care of you.
Oh, yeah, Timmy did. Maddie Wing, yeah.
Well, we got a call 3 or 4 days. I came and got you. Remember that? Brought you home.
Yeah.
I took care of you.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal.
Oh, you tried to come up to the bar that night too.
Yeah.
Thought you was missing something. You came up to the bar. I remember that. We had to bring you home after that too.
That didn't work out either.
Some of us, yeah, it was good times.
You were supposed to be relaxing.
Some people have asked about where Ryan learned his trade. Well, he didn't learn it from Dad. I can tell you that. I was more of an engineering and not into the carpentry end, but he learned pretty much everything he's done on his own. I think
pretty much taught himself.
He has.
Yeah,
He
because
really has.
I'm not
Extremely proud of him.
I'm
in
a
that sense.
rough carpenter at the best.
Yeah.
And I mean real rough.
Yeah.
So he didn't get any skills from me like that.
I think it was more of a necessity when I was in college. To try to have something to do.
Yeah.
Just something to do carpentry. It kind of goes with, and it also was like I was going to be an English teacher. English teachers and like painting or being carpenters in the summer kind of went hand in hand.
It's true.
But I don't know where I started. Well, you I helped you when you redid the first house a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. That's
And
right. That was a tough one.
And
to
ever
work
since
on.
then, I've hated insulation.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then I worked on Great Diamond Island.
Yeah.
Remember, I got that job out there when I was working nights in Portland. Nate Porter and
Yes,
I did that.
I'd forgotten all about that. I remember
And that was kind of the first one, taking the ferry out every day and doing that. And then,
I think to sum up Ryan growing up is if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. I think we remember that many times when I think of Ryan and what he's doing and what he's thinking. And Chase, and I'm sure you've seen it to Ryan. He may have an epiphany. Something comes to his mind. I'm going to make money. He starts talking about it. And he starts, his face gets red and he starts talking faster and faster and then fragmented. And then like, oh, okay, son, Dad, I can do it. I know I can do this and whatever. And I'm kind of rolling my eyes. But that's what he comes up with, a lot of these. I'm sure you've seen it.
I've seen plenty of it.
I'm sure you. But in the past, I'd kind of just poo-pooed it, and that's all good.
Well,
but he has done.
Ryan had the opportunity to work for you for the state, for DOT.
But
Yeah.
And you know what
offered him a
happened?
job, and I mean, you offered him a job, and tell him what happened to the job.
Well, it didn't fit into his dead schedule.
Where-
He had no, I'm sorry, Dad, I can't do this.
It was
that
fish
one of
store.
your, wasn't that one of your first fish shows? It was a long time
No,
ago.
no. It was like this.
It was
It's like my second or third year going to. But in my defense, so my dad got me a job at DOT, which back in the day was hard. Like you had to know someone. Like so, I had a great summer job in an office, and I remember just watching that clock go by. Like get in there at 8, and it's 10:15 break. Just like it would just drag by. It wasn't for me, but I lasted I think a year, and then the next year I asked for time off because Fish was going. I knew these shows I wanted to go to, and I did ask for it off, and he wouldn't give it to me. Wouldn't give it to me for some reason, and I went, and I remember calling him from my friend's house, my friend Beth Tuick's house in North Andover, Mass. I was in her closet all scared, like, yeah, I'm not coming in. I feel like you weren't fair, blah blah blah, and then all the weight was lifted.
Yeah, so much for his state career. It was short-lived. The dead prevailed. It was all good. But,
I tried though.
yeah, for sure.
So, Mike, you worked for DOT for
41 years.
41 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Always on bridges. Enjoyed it. Wonderful career.
And Dixie worked with you for a while?
Yeah, Dixie worked for me for a while.
Yeah.
Kyle
Mike,
actually.
in the late 90s, I had lost a job. A company went out of business, and Mike actually got me on a bridge crew, a DOT bridge crew, and that's where I started my state career, is with
Oh, really?
bridge
Yep.
maintenance. Yep, Mike hired me. He was my manager.
Yeah.
And then you were with the state right up till...
Till 22 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just retired in August.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I worked about half of that for DOT, and then I went to a different state agency. Like
Gotcha.
That. But Mike, my husband-in-law, got me the job.
Yeah, do you want to explain, Ryan, you want to explain the relationship here for people who don't?
Yes. So, I don't know. I think my biological father, my other father, and we grew up. I always grew up, and you guys were my parents were separated. Like we didn't really know any different, and like I thought it was great. We got 2 Christmases, and like if I was grounded at one house, you could go to the other, and like I think from like a long time on, like since Callie was born, like we've all just we do Christmases
family.
together, holidays together.
Family.
Yeah.
But we got along so well. I was brought up in a very toxic environment.
Yeah.
Mike and I had to talk in very early 80s that Ryan and his younger brother Rhett never did anything to anybody and didn't deserve to see ugly things that can go along with a marriage separation.
Yeah.
And so we've always had Ryan and his brother's best interest in heart, and that's the way it's been. You can pick your friends, you can't pick your family.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of the philosophy we've used through the years. We all have a lot of mutual friends in our circle, and so as the years have gone by, we've got closer. I mean, if anything was ever wrong, Mike would be one of the first people I'd call.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
It's a pretty
the way
good
it
thing.
is. Our holidays are all combined together.
Well, that's one of the
we
first
all-
thing I noticed, when getting to know your family is just how tight you all are. Even there is some separation, divorce, but it doesn't matter. It's
Started
it
back
just
when he
increased
was.
the size of the family,
I
if
mean,
anything.
when something goes on, there's this great big group text that goes out, and the only one that bitches about it is Ashley.
She gets it a day
Hates
late.
group text.
She gets it a day late. To give you an example of how we get along, guys, in the early years, Ryan came out to our house one week, and the boys were with Mike and Maureen.
Yeah.
And Maureen made a beautiful ham dinner. And Ryan had a little hissy fit. I don't eat ham. I don't eat ham. Well, Maureen got on the phone to Paula, and Paula, does Ryan eat ham? Yes, he eats ham. But don't let him fool you. So that's that day. There's no putting us apart. You're going to deal with 4 of us. Get the story right.
Yeah.
Oh, for
And I wonder
sure.
what people think when they say, "Oh yeah, come over for dinner," and like it's all for my parents.
Right.
Like for some people, like it just they don't know what to say. Like, but to us, it's just normal. So
Yeah.
we don't know
Yeah,
any
yeah.
different.
Absolutely.
And a lot of our friends now that have gone through divorce, I think a big comment to you guys, they strive to
They do.
have a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I've
it
heard
is,
more
I
and more
mean,
people person saying that.
it benefited everyone.
both the
It's
kids.
there was no big issues and no big arguing and fighting about anything. Ryan and Rhett and Callie, when Callie was born, never saw any of that. just.
I think my brother's kind
unacceptable,
of got some issues because of it.
You know? Yeah.
Sorry, Rhett. I'll talk to him about that. Anyway.
Oh, let's talk about something.
Get it back to Ryan, though. Okay?
Yeah, get back. Let's keep
Getting
this
back to
focus on
Ryan, one of our big disappointments with Ryan. My wife and I, we took him on vacation. He and Rhett to the Bahamas. We bought the tickets to go to the Bahamas. They had their own hotel room. And just about a month before we left, he was smitten with his first girlfriend. And I think more than smitten. But anyway, we got all the way down to Florida with him, getting ready to go to the Bahamas. They had their own room, all kinds of chicks around. Dad, I want to go home.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Remember
That's,
that? And he flew home because
He
he was obviously missing something. I don't know what it was.
In my defense, I didn't have any game back then. I had to keep the one thing I could get.
So, yeah, so much for that. But then his brother loves it right to death. I'm flying home too. I'm not staying
Thank
here
you.
in Bahamas for the folks. So we kind of lost both sons. But it was a learning thing for us.
well, the next time we all went on a cruise like that, remember the time we met you and your crew?
Cancun, Shield.
And
Yeah.
So hungover
We
from
went
that.
on a cruise with Ryan and his brother and all the friends, and you was down there.
Yeah,
at
on
an
vacation.
all-inclusive.
Happened to be the
We
same
met at
time.
We met at Carlos and Charlie's. and where was that? Cozumel.
Yeah.
At noontime.
Yeah.
Remember, they almost threw us out of the whole
Yeah.
town. when-
$500 bar bill, whatever. Yeah, it was a good
Yeah,
time.
I
It was a
remember
good
that.
time.
See, guys, it's not my fault.
They were good times. They were good times.
Well, I saw online some bunch of questions. So everyone asked like the Grateful Dead and how music is so important to me. You guys kind of had the same taste, but Kyle, you were the big Deadhead, you know.
Yep.
And Dad, you always liked Eric Clapton and
Clapton, Bob Marley, reggae, sure,
Traffic, and
sure.
but yeah, I mean, music is a big part of who I am, and like people are always wondering like, what's your background, like, what was your history, what was your first show?
Well, my brother and my best friend, who are no longer with us, Chris and Boyd, we all heard of a Grateful Dead show in Boston in May of 1977. And so we took Chris's parents' car. I think it was a great big Chrysler, great big white thing. And we took it down, we parked it, and we saw the Dead on, I believe it was May 6th in the Boston Garden. And from there on, we was hooked.
Right
And,
before that's a legendary run.
And it turned out to be a legendary show. I didn't know that until several years ago, not many years ago, but I found out it was a legendary show, and wish I'd had tickets for the rest of the tour after that.
and there's a pretty.
But I got on the bus at that point, and every opportunity I got, I went to see him with my friends and everything, and there's no other way to put it. It's nothing like a Dead show.
And there's a kind of family history story that your first date was with Mom was Lewiston.
Yes, the first official date that I brought Ryan's mother on was to a Dead show in 1980 on the Lewiston Fairgrounds.
Really? I didn't know that.
Which turned out to be another classical show,
Yeah.
but I believe I was about 21 or so like that, and nobody told me you had to eat all day, and I brought Paula, and she had on a pair of high heels and looked very nice, and she had never met my circle of friends, including my brother. And so she got quite a show with that one. It was
And
a
she
long,
stuck around
long
after
show.
that. She wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure she ever wanted to see me again after she met my brother and all my friends, but no, it turned out pretty good. About 40 years later here.
Yeah,
It was 1980.
And I remember getting
Yeah.
a Rolling Stone shirt. You went on a Rolling Stones tour shows. And
Yeah,
you guys always
that's it.
listen to music, and that's
Yeah, we'd always listen to music, but all the Dead shows that came around, we would go to them, and we'd all bring our girlfriends at the time. None of us were married. We would send the girls home and buy tickets for the next show, and we would just take off until the money ran out and then come home. And why any of them stayed with us is beyond me, but they still are. But it's been fun. I've seen several shows with Ryan, not just the Dead, Little Feat, Dr. John.
Oh, nice.
The Blind Boys of Alabama were a good one. Did I say Little Feat like
Yeah.
that? But one thing about the music with Ryan, he has invited me and has always offered me a ticket to anything in the area, any major venues or anything like that. He offered me, if I could get to Chicago, he had a ticket for me when they played out to Wrigley Field.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I'm flattered beyond words because I'm always included. and it means so much to me.
Well, now you just have to come to the Woodshed, so it's way easy.
Yeah, now I come to the Woodshed. It's
Except
only,
we make them work the door.
yeah, it's only 3 miles down the road from home.
Kyle, next summer you come with one of the drum circles. Right?
Yes, there we
Come to
go.
one of our drum circles.
Oh yeah, tell us about your illustrious drumming career. Like that's kind of your music.
Well, last year, Chase, during a meal one night, Ashley and Ryan were talking, what can we do with the Woodshed? You know, what can we bring in for entertainment or whatever? And I'm sitting here eating. I said, Ryan, how about we do a drum circle? And he looks at me, Dad, that's hippie stuff. That's all. I'm like, excuse me, Ryan, I'm of that era. Trust me, I've been around a little bit. I played percussion for 50 years. I've been to drum circles before. Let me do it, see what I can do with it. So he kind of fluffed me off, Chase. He said, yeah, go ahead, Dad, see what you can do with it. So I did.
Yeah.
And I got on social media kind of carefully, and I reached out to Maine drummers and whatever, and June 3rd, I had 28 people out there. Oh, I was so
Absolutely,
excited.
yeah.
I was thrilled to death. And what was great, they had to call him in to take care of parking. It was like, there, Ryan, take that, Jen. Says, yeah, it was a busy night for us. So it felt good, Chase. I enjoyed it. I expect to get a bill from you guys for me having too much fun all summer long. It's been good. And we'll have more. We'll have more.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And you also manage the Friends of the Maine Cabin Masters.
Sure.
Facebook page?
Yeah,
That's
that's a piece of work.
Big undertaking.
Ashley and Ryan, 5 years ago, Ashley, your Aunt Becky started it.
Right.
And she dropped it, didn't know what she did. She started a group, couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't think she knew.
No, and Ashley says,
Yeah,
Mike,
totally unintentional.
Mike, will you take this over for us, or what's entailed? Well, there's 80 members, and we're okay. You can do this. I'm like, well, okay, I'll do it. That was fine, but now we're 25,000 members coming up this week on that one site. Wow. And I expect it's going to even go bigger when you guys go on. It's nuts. But I got great people. I got Susan Bizier helping me as a moderator. David Liskey, he's the resident geek. He's done a great deal of work for you guys. And
Yeah.
so it's
Absolutely.
working. I just kind of oversee everything and
good.
make sure everybody behaves, and it's good.
It is.
Been
It
fun.
is so fun reading through the comments of the people, what they say about the Cabin Masters and everything. You guys are just Chase and Ryan and Ashley and Matt.
Right. Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Dixie, to me, it is surreal watching how popular you guys get. It's I'm proud of all you guys, the way you've done it. And what I really think people really like is you guys are yourself. There's no acting involved. I tell people all the time they're themselves, they just don't swear on camera.
They just don't show it on the show. Yeah, I'll never forget that day we were packing up at your place over on Sheldon Street. We had all the trucks loaded, ready to leave out of there. And we were like, what? We
did a convoy.
Yeah, I think Sarah, Jenna was there, Ashley, everybody, the kids waving us off. You're like, what are we getting into?
We had no idea
No, we were totally clueless, but
until you came out of that hotel room with
Yeah.
your eyes wide open, like, oh, it's real.
yeah.
Now, I remember when you came home and said, we're going to be on TV. I thought you'd been to too many fish shows.
Yeah, or
Funny.
Northwoods Law. That's how I figured we'd do it.
And Chase, I'll tell you, I've enjoyed this summer coming to the Woodshed and talking with people. It's kind of my retirement job.
Perfect.
I tell Maureen, I'm going to the store, hon. He says, yeah, Mike, 2 beers, be back in a couple of hours, right? So, but I just enjoy it. So I love talking to people. Ryan said, what makes you the self-proclaimed ambassador? I said, I like people, I like to drink beer, and I know stuff.
There you go,
So,
there you go.
Because he might consider that a threat. I don't bring out too many pictures, but no, I've enjoyed it tremendously talking with people, and there's all over the country and everywhere.
Yeah,
it's
it seems
way
like
cool.
we've got such a great group of
Fans.
fans.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
word.
everybody who's stopped by here has been
Yeah.
so nice, so, want to just get to know each other and
Love
I've
everything
turned out
you've
to be
done.
personal friends with some of the
Yeah.
fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Reached out
Yeah.
to them. But you know what's funny, you guys? I have my little speech out here. I'll go talk to some of the customers. How do you like the show? And someone will say, what show? I said, "Oh, you don't watch Maine Cabin Masters?" No. What are you here? We're here for the food. Well, that works too. That works too. You don't come and eat or whatever. But yeah, and most of those people
ran into somebody like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Most of them
like
are from Maine because they don't reach
Right.
the levels,
Yeah.
the next step up with the TV series.
Yep.
So they can't afford it, but they know good food and they can see it. So that's okay.
They're living the show.
Yeah,
Something
yeah, it's
like
all
that.
right.
Remember
That's
that?
right.
We
It's
was
been a
hooking up
fun
a
summer.
trailer one morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning. The man showed up. He was from North Dakota.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah,
busy.
yeah.
It was cold and it was raining and everything. We had to be somewhere. You wanted to be somewhere. He came over and you took the time to talk to the guy. I took his phone, took a picture of you guys.
I can't. So there's got to be some bad pitches. 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, sweaty, dirty,
Oh, yes.
covered in everything.
The stories, the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Kyle and I worked this week. We got into Maine Cabin Master equipment when we know we got to check out straps, right, Kyle? We got
Yeah.
to check everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's registered. Hopefully the trailer will dump. They said, Chase, will this work? This trailer? Yeah, I think so, Mike. And that's always a little sketchy.
Oh yeah, that
We gotta
smaller
go-
trailer, the battery's
The
smoking.
battery was smoking away, but we got to.
Oh, I did notice the terminals were a little.
Yeah.
Put it on your list for next week.
I was. We weren't going to empty it then, Chase. It was going up and down, I'll tell you.
Perfect. That's why we've got you guys on the job.
It's always entertainment working with the Cabin Master crew and what we have. Huh? For sure.
No, I enjoy going to the landfill and taking pictures of the eagles. I got some fantastic pictures the other day.
Absolutely.
If you want to experience eagles in Maine, go to Hatch Hill Landfill in Augusta. Like,
Yeah.
there's hundreds of them in
Oh
there.
my Lord, there's
Some of them stand as tall, like
Yeah,
3 or 4 feet
especially
tall.
when the ice, once the lake's ice over, they all just flock right
And
there.
They
Kyle,
stay
if
right
Kyle,
there.
if you had a French fry, if Kyle had a French fry, you could have him sitting on his shoulder the other day. It was so
No,
close.
I walk around the ice in the summertime, gather up all the dead pike
Oh,
and
yeah,
pickerel that
yeah,
people
yeah.
leave and put them in front of the house, and all the eagles will show up. I counted 17 or 18 last year over there fighting
Way
over
cool.
one big pike.
Way cool.
excitement. They
Yeah.
must,
Yeah, so you spend a lot of time on Cobsey.
All kinds of time
Yeah.
on Cobsey. I get a sea-doo with a boat, and that's my idea of entertainment. I've been around that lake. I ask Paula all the time, do you get sick of seeing the same thing? She goes, absolutely not.
Nice.
And that's what we do, and if she doesn't feel like going, I get a sea-doo, and I jump on that.
Yeah.
And I ride around. It's one of my favorite things to do. Is I take a lot of pictures out there and spend a lot of time on the water, and very happy. Just when the pandemic started.
Oh, yeah.
I said
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Dixie's father-in-law, Bob, I said, one of these years I need to use snowmobile to bomb around the lake. He said, I'll sell you Nancy's from last year. So I got myself a cheap snowmobile, bomb around the lake on the ice. All I got to do is have it freeze now.
Right. Yeah,
you
we're,
go.
we're getting close.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It is, for sure.
Coming before you know it, for sure.
Well, I'm interested to hear these fan questions. We got some good ones, Maggie?
You stole most of them.
Oh, man.
I'm sure you can find a few more.
Maggie, you must have a question. What do you want to know about me?
I have some.
No, from you, from my smartest niece.
I don't know.
She knows everything already.
Yeah. Some things she just doesn't want to know.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
All right. This question is from Sue Dean. What do you both think about all the Maine Cabin Masters fame? Has it changed your family dynamic?
It has. It has. We're sharing Ryan and Ashley with the rest of the world. It's bittersweet, but we're so happy for them, right, Kyle? I mean, we're so happy for these guys' success and everything that goes with it.
And when they're filming and running around, they're very, very busy. And it seems though everybody wants a piece of them. And so I tried to take a step back, and whatever I do get to see of Ryan and Ashley is quality time. And believe it or not, we don't talk about Cabin Masters. We don't talk about the Woodshed or anything. You know, it's talk about life in general. You know, Cabin Masters might come up, but it's not the main topic.
Sure.
And that's and I think as time goes on, and Ryan will agree with me, sometimes take a break. Like this summer, it was raining for like 3 days, and his truck didn't move for 2 days at camp. And camp's right across the road from where we live. I had to call over there and see if he was okay. He hadn't gone anywhere. So he sent me a picture of what he was doing. He's watching TV.
Yeah.
looking out the window
Yeah.
and just relaxing. And so it was nice to see.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of a workaholic, so it is nice to see him shut down a little bit, but he'd been there so long, I didn't know if he's okay.
But like we were,
A little too long.
Yeah, exactly. But Maggie, like we were just saying with the meeting the fans out here, that to me is great satisfaction for me, great pride in all you guys, everything you've done, and it's kind of like my fix, if you will. I just enjoy talking with people and hearing them express their thoughts about you guys, and that's okay. And we'll share our family.
We should make them wear costumes like Disney with all of us.
Meet the characters.
You can be Ryan today. You can be Ashley. Maggie thinks that's a great idea.
Great.
She could dress up as Ashley.
All right, this next question is from Liz Farland. Where does Ryan get his sense of humor from?
Well, I don't know.
I think that's probably a great big combination.
Yeah, it's a good combination. We're both.
The
funny
humor
people,
has
for
always
sure.
been a little on the dark side, and but I think the ability to laugh about most things, to see the humor in things, I think has been installed in Ryan through the years. I mean, some of our friends, my brother and my friend that I spoke of, spent a lot of time with Ryan, and they weren't exactly certified daycare teachers or anything. They were, they were very good to him, but they were very funny the way they handled things, Chris and Boyd, and Ryan saw a lot of funny things, and I always thrived on humor and doing funny things, and I think it's just instilled in him, and the whole
All the way
group,
around. There's no drama.
And all the close friends of Ryan that he grew up with, Waylon and, people like that, Shay, they're all funny guys to hang around with, especially all growing up together like that. So.
Kyle, as a family, we don't do drama. Right? We don't do drama. Fun's much easier with us, huh?
That's
We
why you
like
brought
to
Ashley
smile.
in, right?
Oh, Chase, we were talking about Ashley when she was Ryan's tenant on Sheldon Street, and they were across,
yes,
and we were so
yes.
glad that she finally walked across the hall and became the roommate with benefits and the wife to be.
Ashley came out to the house for dinner one night. She before her and Ryan were dating, and she had won tickets to go see Susan Tedeschi at the Skowhegan Opera House, and I called her up to see if Facebook was kind of new. It was that long ago, to see if she knew she won them. And she goes, "Yeah, you want to go?" And I go, "Sure." I go, "Why don't you come out and have dinner, and we'll drive up." And so she came out to have dinner. We had Mexican, I still remember it. My wife sent me off with a 30-something-old blonde, wishing me well. But she came out just to get close to the family, to get close to you.
Yeah.
No,
Dixie did the same thing.
She admitted that a few years ago.
Trying to get it in, Kyle.
No, but she
That's
brought
a pretty
me up to
darn
see
good move.
Susan Tedeschi.
Nice, yeah.
Nice move, honey.
Absolutely.
Nice move.
That's way.
Oh, and the Dead show we went to. You wasn't dating her then when we went down with Mandy down to Worcester that time. Remember that?
yeah.
Mandy was screaming red lights all the way down every time she saw brake lights.
Good times.
Yes.
I won't tell
A lot
them
of
about
fun
waiting
along the
for
way.
pizza.
I always say part of my humor is from being the fat kid too. I didn't have the look, so I had to be funny growing up. When you shop in the Husky section, you got to be funny. And, okay, next question.
That's all I have for questions.
Oh, all right.
That wasn't that bad.
That was painless, man. That was okay.
They asked all the rest of them.
I know. Well, yeah, we just got to get talking. It made it an easy evening for you.
True.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not a bad thing. It's way good.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just-
it's been a good summer, guys, and thank you. Thank you
Hey,
guys
thank
for
you.
including us.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's been fun down here working the door and everything like that.
we truly wouldn't be where we are out back without you guys helping us, because it's been a lot of work. Like,
No, it's been fun. It's been fun watching how it's grown just from last year. It's going to be interesting this winter too.
Absolutely, yes.
The
I'm so proud
snowmobiles
of
and
the
everybody.
changes.
I bet they're really going to take advantage of having some place like this to come and hang out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
We'll hire you guys some help for next summer too.
All right, we'll be around. We'll be around. We're ready. We'll be here for sure.
Excellent.
Well, thank you guys. I love ya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
You
love
got
you
it,
too.
too.
Thanks, Chase.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Oh, it was fun. It was very fun.
Well, that was definitely learned a lot more about you.
That wasn't that bad at all.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. They had good, really good friends.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it is great having them around, just helping out wherever possible.
Yeah, they've all been a lot of help with the events this year.
Yeah. We couldn't have done any of this without friends and family. That is for sure.
And I think my dad spent more time at the Woodshed than any of us, by far. By far.
His drum circles really were popular.
Yeah, they were. And I kind of made fun of him a little bit on this, but yeah, they were popular. Like it was good to see. So yeah, well, if you want to hang out with them, come to the Woodshed. They're here all the time.
It's true.
Yeah, and keep on our social media. Look for the next drum circle. Getting too cold for that, but in the spring, he's already got them lined up. And
Perfect.
I think he wants a once a month, does he, Jen?
At least.
At least.
All right, well, we are on to Project Pointers. If you have a question for us about cabin, anything cabin related, submit a short video and your question to podcast@mainecabinmasters.com. The more detailed information, the better we can answer it. So, yeah, hopefully we can help out.
And someday we got to go back and see how we did.
Yeah.
Return to.
Somebody on one of the earlier ones came into the store. I can't remember his name, but he had questions about skirting. He was the one who asked questions about skirting from Alaska.
Oh, he came in?
He came in. He said he did it, put the poly
I
down
remember
underneath,
yeah.
wrapped it with everything, and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it worked out well. He was visiting here from Alaska.
I'm more amazed he came all the way from Alaska. That's
I know,
awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
All right. So we have some questions this week.
Okay. This one is from Kay Wilshaw. I live in England in a Victorian workers' cottage, mid-terrace, and I just wondered what product you use on your roofs. I have a slate roof currently, but I want a product that will be long-lasting and affordable. I want it to last my lifetime. I figured since you are working on cabins in remote areas with harsh weather, you might have a more substantial product.
Okay. Nice question.
Yeah.
Let's start with what is a Victorian workers mid-terrace cottage? Or wouldn't it be a flat or a flat? So
A slate roof.
slate roof.
I wonder what the age of the building. Mid-Victorian. What era was that? 1800s? 1900? 1800s. That's not my strong.
No. Interesting. So she wants to replace the roof?
She wants to replace the roof.
I mean, if you had slate, you might as well go thatch. Get all the cool stuff in.
Around here,
Metal.
standing seam metal roofing is probably the best route you can go.
But Kay might be sitting on a gold mine up there. She might be able to parlay that slate into
Right, don't throw it out.
a good down payment on your nice metal roof.
Yeah, we've got people selling products in the store that made out of slate, where they take old slate, stencil it, and then make them into little chalkboards that hang up.
I've done several projects for the last 20, 30 years from slate tiles from Am-High.
Yep.
People
Yep.
save those and
Oh, yeah.
use those. And every once in a while, some of these old, like the Castle and Gardner, that had slate on it.
Yep.
What
The Wayne Library, the Cary Memorial Library, has slate roof, and I had to fix it a few times. And working with slate is such a strange.
I broke another one.
Yeah.
Broke. Is there a temperature, when you do vinyl in the winter, you can break it? Is slate temperature?
I don't know if it's so hot because you have to be able to set them, to patch in
Right.
like that. It's really tricky, and then,
How would you even do it? At least with the asphalt, you can, bend it a little bit and,
I think what I ended up doing was taking copper strips and, because you have to drill holes through it,
Yeah.
fasten it down with copper nails, and then I think I was taking pieces of copper and bending them up to, hold them in place, because you get to a point where you can't nail them down anymore. So it's, cutting them, slate, out with the slate, in with the metal. So we use, top of the line would be a standing seam metal roofing. Second would be screw down metal roofing, and then architectural shingles. With a standing seam metal roofing, it's a double lock system where you fold it over twice, totally no exposed fasteners, bulletproof. That is definitely going to last a lifetime.
Many lifetimes.
I don't know if they do that type of roofing in England.
Oh, I think they do.
They must.
Yeah.
But there's also the slate-looking
Panels.
metal panels for a roof.
We haven't done those.
Never.
There's those new ones, right? They come in like little, like a floor tile, like a bigger floor tile.
Yeah, it's interlocking where same thing. You kind of step them up, overlap them. That could be an option, but definitely I would say standing seam metal roof.
Did you ever do the metal shingles?
Never. Teen has a metal shingle roof.
She does.
She loves it.
Yeah.
But I've never had the opportunity to do one.
That opportunity might pass. You're probably not sad about that.
No. Oh, no, yeah, no. I'm not
And then
heartbroken by any means.
And then the space trains. Elon has he supposedly has solar panel shingles.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, hopefully someday we get. I would be interested in.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, helping.
The solar farms around here are everywhere. It's nuts.
So I just signed a contract with Revision.
Yeah.
To put solar panels on the roof of the barn.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
How many are gonna fit up there?
34 panels, and I think it's enough to power our house, the barn, and a couple of my mother's place.
Are there still programs for that?
Yep, still rebates for that.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. So that's.
And that technology is getting better and better every year.
Yep.
Seems to be.
But the roof on the barn is a standing seam metal roof. We have them. We recommend them.
Yeah. Throw the metal at it.
That is a long-winded answer.
Yeah.
I think it was perfect.
Okay. This next one is from Sue and Steve Monken. We have a log cabin in East Tennessee and used a wood-burning stove for heat in the dead winter. We've decided that we need a larger stove that can burn for more than 12 hours so the cabin doesn't cool down as much in the morning. Our search for a new, larger stove has not gone past the brochure stage of looking, and we are seeking advice from other wood burners. Our cabin is 3 levels of 1,200 square feet per level and an open floor plan between the main floor and the upper floor.
It's a log mansion.
Our current stove is in the basement and will heat the entire house once the cold soak is removed. Is there a brand or style of stove you would recommend?
Dixie would say, go for the all-nighter.
Right?
Everyone had the all-nighter, right? That was who makes that?
Oh, jeez. Not Ashley.
And what was it? What was their other ones they had?
Yeah, we've got one in. It wasn't Bryant. Oh, I know exactly. Yeah,
The all-nighter.
the all-nighter.
That's a huge house,
That's a huge house.
and you want to keep that structure warm the whole time. You don't want that fire to go out. We've learned that the hard way. Like,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? If you guys don't know, like how all the farmhouse, the old houses in Maine were center chimneys, and literally, like the house I grew up in had like 5 fireplaces. Someone stayed home all the time to feed that because you kept that center of that house warm, and that's how these places, with corn cob insulation or the old horsehair plaster,
Yeah.
how they stayed warm.
But a fireplace, a wood stove.
What about a wood boiler?
That's what I was wondering. I mean, we've been talking recently about the outdoor wood furnaces, where, it's a totally separate unit. I don't know if Tennessee really gets into those. I imagine they would.
I mean, there's quite a lot of elephants. I mean, the mountains in Tennessee
Yeah.
are big. I wonder if they use it all. Like, do you think that goes on and stays on all winter long? Like,
Yeah, must. But I mean, then you've got, wood furnaces where you can get a good sized wood furnace, that has the blowers.
what's the cod per square foot math on that? 'Cause that's 3,600 square feet. You would need like pulp trucks of wood.
Yeah, I bet they have
Pulp trucks of wood.
pulp trucks of wood. Yeah, I guess my only recommendation would be, with EPA standards now, they make a lot more efficient double burning, where they burn the higher temperatures, so it's burning off the exhaust fumes as well. Get something that's.
I got so many questions though. Like, how's it insulated? Like,
It was just logs though.
is it just one stove in the basement? Like, Are we getting a police scanner through our microphones? It feels like it, doesn't it? You hear that?
I
Oh,
think it's just one.
it's outside.
Sounded like multiple.
What the dads do. Yeah, Sue and Steve, I got some more questions for you.
Yeah, this is a situation where the more details, the better.
Send us some more info, will you? At like pictures at podcast at mainecabinmasters.com.
Is that the first one you don't have an answer to?
No.
I would like more information.
Yeah.
Would you not?
Well, we did the first project for the Chinas. They had a wood boiler set up where that's a situation where you get a fire going, you're heating up a huge mass of water, and then that, kind of use that.
Circulate that through.
And that doesn't cool down as quickly. So maybe that would be an option as well.
Our executive producer looks like she wants an answer. Why don't we give an answer, but ask for some more information? My answer is going to be send us more information and wait till next week. No, I'm just kidding. No,
My answer is look into a wood boiler.
Wood boiler.
Because that, you can heat it up, help keep the core of the house warm, and then just...
And you can burn anything. You
Yeah.
can go outside and find some dead... you can burn anything in that sucker.
It's smoldering.
But if you want to send us some more pictures, I'm very interested to look at the whole... Maybe I just want to see a log cabin mansion. But we could send you an email. But, yeah. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And we could ask Dixie, too, because Dixie knows his wood stoves.
Yeah, we'll check back in.
Yeah, check back in with us, send us some info, and we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Is that it for pointers?
Yes.
All right.
It's a half pointer.
I know.
Half pointer. That's not a 3-pointer. That's a half pointer.
But keep those project pointer questions coming. Submit them to podcast at mainecabinmasters.com. We'll try and answer them best we can.
Can't guarantee anything, but hey, like I said, free advice is free advice.
And now we're on to some more questions. Hopefully there are more questions for Ryan. Today is all about
If we get a fan
questions
question
for
we can't
Ryan.
answer, then we have problems, right?
Okay. Are you ready?
Can't or won't answer.
Yeah, true.
This one is from Arthea Larson. Given the rural nature of most camps, is there ever any issues with fire codes? Is water available to be pumped out of the lakes and ponds? I had a house in the mountains of Idaho and had to prove that our volunteer fire department had the equipment to pump water out of the creek since there were virtually no fire hydrants in the area. How is fire protection handled around the lakes?
Interesting.
That's a good question.
Insurance company.
Insurance companies kind of dictate that for building wise, but Maine's fortunate that we've got a lot of lakes, ponds, and streams where there's access to water. A lot of times you'll see little
Dry hydrants are called, right?
pools.
So those dry hydrants, it's like the white PVC pipe.
Yep.
Someone was telling me that just this summer they applied for a pond or something to build a pond, and part of the deal was they had to put a dry hydrant in for the town.
Yeah, so you'll drive, down these rural roads, and you'll see these little ponds with white 4-inch, 5-inch PVC coming out of them, and they're basically holding ponds so that a fire truck or pump truck could come, connect up to it, and load up and put out a fire.
What makes it dry? It's full of water. Did you ever wonder that?
Non-pressurized, maybe.
No, that's probably what it is.
But in Maine, we've got a lot of volunteer fire departments. We're working on places that are mostly on the water.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we never come up with that question.
No, I think, in cities in Maine where there is more strict building codes, they're starting to require sprinklers in houses.
And the biggest thing we deal with is source of heat with with insurance companies. They want to, and there's different stipulations and guidelines you have to use.
Yep. Clearances with wood stoves and stuff. But yeah, it's really not too much of an issue.
I mean, Idaho, I'm just picturing Idaho, like, I have some friends live out there. Like, yeah, it's not like there's a pond or a dry hydrant everywhere. Like, you are up and down and
right. Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
Where, around here, I mean, most places you have access to some, you don't necessarily have a wet hydrant or a fire department close by because a lot of them are volunteer. But
yeah, I wonder if you get to the code, like when you getting your permit, if that comes up before you think they might. Well, no, if it's the insurance company, who knows?
Yeah, I guess it's not really an issue for us.
No. Good luck. Again, we're getting stumped today once again. if you got more information, send it to podcast
Yeah.
at mainecabinmasters.com because I'd love to hear the outcome of that.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's really no situation
That's one of the situations where like
it's come into play.
you build the whole place and then you get this huge curveball you have to deal with.
Yep.
And there's always a way to fix it, but it's just a ton of legwork because no one tells you how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good
Okay.
luck.
Okay. This next one is from Randy Postle from Melbourne, Florida. Sometimes you use pucks and sometimes you use posts when adding or fixing foundation issues. What criteria do you use to make that decision?
Is Brad on the job or not? Carry those. Budget, really.
Budget and
Existing.
what's existing. You know, if we're working somewhere where it's, you know, very rocky, very ledgy and dry, you know, putting a puck on top of more rocks doesn't really make sense. But if we're working somewhere that's a little more softer, a little wetter, you know, insulation and then the puck, it definitely depends on the environment that we're building in.
Yeah, and budget because we love
yes,
techno
yes.
posts. You know, like
Yep.
they're top of the line. Funny this came up because we've dealt with some techno post stuff this week. We did a big project on a slope. We've never done a slope that big. You know, with the base of our camp, and we left the post up a little too high. You know, and we had to go back and cut them. Like it cost us a day. You know, we did it. We did it right now. It's really it's done the correct way, and we learned a valuable lesson. But in fixing that, Brad was all excited about. There's these plastic pucks now.
Oh,
So-
I saw those.
I got on the phone with Dennis, our Hammond's rep, and Brad said, you know, it's the same as an 18-inch. What we use now is an 18-inch round by 6-inch wide concrete. We call it pucks. Chase calls them moon pads.
Yeah.
They make 24s. Those are ridiculous. But if it was the same, if it did the same thing, like how awesome would that be?
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, they're at hand. I saw them. Therefore, when you dig a hole and you're going to set a post in the ground, like I don't think you can set them just on the ground. I think you would have to dig the hole down and set them down in there to stop it from going any further, which...
Well, Dennis is looking into it because Brad said the other. I was like, imagine that you get a sheet of foam, cut them all out, glue it to the bottom of it. Like how easy that would be rather than carrying around pucks.
If that's the case...
I already ordered a truckload if that's the case. Sorry, Gagneys. We love you guys.
No, I'm glad Dennis is looking
He's
into
looking
it.
into it
But
for
I
us.
think it's... From the diagrams, it looked like it was for setting them in the...
At the bottom of a hole.
Yep. But I could be very wrong. They're very new, so...
And to go back to pucks, like I always set stuff in pillars and got the tractor out and dug the holes and did sonotubes, and because I just never did things like the way it used to be. And in Chase's defense, I was kind of like, this isn't the right way. And but after a year or two of seeing it, we've gone back to all these camps that are just, they haven't moved. I mean, sometimes we'll go back to a camp and if we're redoing it and it's level and it hasn't moved, the rock or whatever, we won't touch it.
Right.
It's not going to move. If we disturb that soil that's been sitting in the same place for 40 years, like...
Absolutely.
It's pretty amazing. And then I went, another side note. Trish Cheney, you know, a realtor from Lake Point, our realty, she got an awesome cabin out on Parker Pond. So I went to look at that. You know, she could apply for the show. Way down in there, like 1,000 feet of frontage, like down this huge mountain, like side of a mountain, in four-wheel drive, in stubby, like so steep. I put the brakes on, it was sliding on the leaves.
Yeah.
Get down and there's this camp, and she's like, Jewett Brothers built it, and Jewett Brothers are they had Jack around here, Donnie and his family, and they're great. They're the best of the best.
Yeah.
You know, we use them for the fish camp, and I'm like, would they really come down here? And how they got concrete down there? It's on a slab, and then I walked around and I saw what we do, the 18-inch pucks, moon pads on 2 inches of foam and crushed rock. I knew Jewett's built it, so I sent Donnie a message. I go, you remember this place? Because the deck was straight as an arrow.
Yeah.
35 years later.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, I was sold before, but now it's like, and I'm 100% sold. He sent me back like, yo, I love that place. They built it in like the mid-90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable place. It's like...
Yeah. And I mean, there are certain situations where it's always going to... Yeah, I mean, you're always going to get some movement in some of the camps. It really is site-specific.
Mm-hmm. We love them. We use a ton of them.
Yes.
We literally use tons of them. I'd like to know how... We should have counted pucks this year. You know, some years we count
Yeah.
packs of white pine.
Yeah.
Like white pine and pucks.
Well, I was talking to Jedi a couple weeks ago. We were trying to figure out how many miles of V-match or shiplap we actually go through in a season, and he because you got to figure.
I think we've gone across the United States.
We have to have. I haven't sat down. He started doing the math a little bit, and it was amazing. I mean, just on one camp, over a mile or 2 miles.
Yeah, because probably 4 to 6
Yeah.
units of board.
No, but not that it can't.
Yeah.
It can't have been across the United States.
Yes.
Almost 100 episodes, 100 cabins.
No. No.
Want to bet some college fund money?
Yes, I do.
We'll get Nelma involved in this and see if we
Yes.
can figure out how many
United
miles.
States is pretty long.
We got to get Hammond Lumber, our official lumber supplier, and Nelma, the
Yeah.
new Northeastern Lumber Manufacturers Association. How much eastern white pine?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make a friendly bet. No money involved.
I would almost guarantee.
I mean,
Okay, all right, what's
it's
it gonna be?
6,000 miles across the country.
That's a lot of miles.
We've used a lot of pine.
It's not even that
Yeah,
funny.
but not that much.
Okay, what's the bet? Fun bet. Fun bet.
What are we betting?
You tell me. It's going to be a fun bet.
I don't know.
We'll think about it and come back next week.
No, we got to settle it right now. Fun bet. You come. You make a public service video for our YouTube channel. And say how smart your brother and I are.
My-
And if we're wrong, we'll give you $100 for your college fund.
Fine.
All right.
All right, you guys got it.
Okay.
Time to do some math.
Time to do some math.
Can't wait.
Is that it for questions?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for the questions. Thank you for submitting them. And now we have some great holiday promotional items for Kennebec Cabin Company. This year, the gift boxes are back. Last year, we tried to do it a little bit, and they sold out very quickly. So this year, we have 2 different sizes. We've got a large option and small option. They come in these beautiful pine boxes that are stenciled with a Kennebec Cabin Company logo. They have the large crate has a hoodie, a Sherpa blanket, a flag mug, keychain, holiday ornament in it, and the smaller option. I think there's going to be a few different options, but there will be the small crate will have a tea towel, a coffee, a mug, cookies, and a holiday ornament. The smaller crate has a lid that is removable, so the box is usable after the fact as well, but they're a great product that's going to be available.
And you can get on the website, right, to see if there's other options or what's available.
Absolutely. In limited quantities. I do know that.
And it'll probably change. Like, maybe one we're out of pillows, so we put something else in there.
Right. But, the team is very good. They'll keep it up to date about what's available and what's in them and shipping and all that fun stuff.
And all kinds of other good stuff on there.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and see the new video by Maggie sometime soon.
Public service announcement about how
It's
great.
going to be my Christmas present. I'm probably wrong.
I'm almost positive you're wrong. I don't think it's possible.
We've used so much pine.
But I don't think 6,000 miles is possible.
Well, it's not 6,000 miles from here to California, so we got that going for us.
Well, I don't know who told you. Someone said 6,000.
I did.
Good work.
You're wrong.
He's wrong.
Oh, well, good thing that's not the trivia question. What is last week's trivia question?
West
answer?
Gardner, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. What resident of West Gardner was the engineer and builder of the Panama Canal?
Mr. Jonathan Stevens.
That's correct.
Yes. I'm killing it today.
He knows his West Gardner.
I went to the town office, and the ladies, they knew what was going on. And you guys came over for my birthday dinner, and we had the West Gardner town paper, which is awesome. My favorite English teacher I had all 4 years, Mike Wing's part of it, and some other Gardner residents. And I remember reading that. That was one of the stories in there. Actually, Ashley and I were on the cover of that a while back. So,
Wow.
very distinguished magazine.
Absolutely.
And helped me win trivia.
Okay. Are you ready for this week's question?
We are.
Maybe I can go 2 for 2. What are the chances?
By what other name is the wild carrot known?
The wild carrot?
Yes.
The wild carrot.
Mm-hmm.
And what does a wild carrot have to do with Maine? But anyways, that's interesting.
I'm sure they have a pic. I'm sure they have one in the Maine State Museum.
Yeah.
In that display with all the other wild vegetables.
Well,
Do
if
you know what it looks like in the wild? A wild carrot?
Me?
I don't know, got some beer
Any of you?
can, got some empty beer cans next to
I
it.
googled it to make sure that it was still correct.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I know what they look like.
You
Jen
do?
knows the
Yeah.
answer.
I know what the top looks like. Maybe.
Doesn't it look just like a carrot?
I honestly highly doubt you do.
All right. Well, if you do know the answer, be the first one to answer it correctly. Podcast.
It has another popular name.
Oh. Does it grow in the ground?
All plants grow in the ground.
Marijuana. It's a
No,
code name. Okay.
Is it like a root, like a carrot?
I'm not giving hints now. Nope, that was my one hint.
That wasn't a hint. All right, but if you know the answer, podcast at maincabinmasters.com.
First
Yeah.
correct answer in
First-
the inbox, baby.
First correct answer of the wild carrot wins it.
Maybe we'll send you a crate of wild. Maybe we'll send you a crate of wild carrots.
Well, we want to thank Mike Eldridge and Kyle Thomas for joining us today. We want to thank our sponsors, Nelma, Hero Media Network, Hammond Lumber Company, Kennebec Savings Bank. And thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Ryan. And
Thank you,
from
guys.
the Woodshed, we'll be talking to you.
From the Woodshed has been brought to you by Nelma. See the stamp, trust the quality. Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. Kennebec Savings Bank, helping our local community save, thrive, and grow for over 150 years. And Hero Media Network, connecting small business with new customers. From the Woodshed is a production of Kennebec Cabin Company. See you next time.